Et je relance. Et du coup, aller-retour PSG1, into fight arrière. C'est de faire ça vite. En plus, pour retrouver dans la zone de merde là. Je viens d'entendre le lapin bâiller. Bon. RGB6. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça? Je doute c'est pas le lance-grenade. Sa radio. Ah, je vais tirer dans sa radio. Il va faire un gros dodo. Tant pis. Niveau 2, déjà fait. Niveau 3. Une grenade. Il fait dodo. Ah, il y a le PSG1 tranquillisant ici. Le PSG1 là. Oui, le tuto. C'est pas ce que je vais faire. On va se barrer. Hein. Hop. Dans le PSG1. Il est là lui. On va traverser les deux plateformes. Oui. Yeah. Ça frise. Le lapin cam a frise. Ah, je crois que c'est le téléphone qui s'est éteint parce qu'il n'y a plus de batterie. Ouais, il est bien chaud aussi. coup. Comment je peux remettre la lapin cam? Ah oui, mais je fais profiter parce que... Alors que je recharge tout ça. Peut-être que je peux faire passer ce câble. Ouais, ça l'a déchargé vraiment le bloc. Il va falloir que je le laisse un petit peu et puis après je vais pouvoir remettre la cam. PSG1. Va peut-être pas le faire péter. Va peut-être être un peu plus précis que ça. C'était pas prévu que je fasse tout péter. Ouais, je dois tout. Non, pas besoin de tout refaire. J'ai utilisé un pentazémine. Non. C'est bon, je l'avais déjà pété juste avant. Mais c'est pas fini, il reste encore des trucs. Ah, il est peut-être là-bas. À l'intérieur. Ça, c'est des explos. Je trouve pas le dernier.
Raiden, you haven't destroyed.
Oui, je sais. il est où le dernier? Là, il y a des exploits, donc il doit peut-être bien y en avoir, mais...
Raiden, what you see there is a booby trap consisting of a
Ouais, je sais.
Don't try to shoot out control units with a handgun when the distance is too great.
J'ai essayé.
The weapon doesn't have that kind of range. Use the sniper rifle. Use the PSG-1 to take... If some pipe or a storage tank gets between you and the control unit, find another vantage point. There will always be a spot that gives you a clear shot.
Ouais, t'es bien gentil, poteau, mais... Il faudrait qu'il soit giga loin. Je pense pas quand même. Quand même pas là.
infrared is usually invisible.
Ouais, mais ça me permet pas de passer. Putain, derrière le drapeau. Tra, saloperie.
Raiden, I found us a ride.
I'm all ears.
One of the enemy's Kasatkas.
Is it in good shape?
Full tank. I'm heading for Shell 1 now. What about that Harrier?
It's not on the heliport here.
Good. I'll set this one down there then.
Can you cover the hostages? They're being held on level B1 in the core. Pliskin, you didn't happen to find any other places where hostages were being held, did you?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
How many hostages are there?
There's a few short of 30. One dead and several wounded.
The Kasatka's
All right.
cargo area will hold 13 max.
What about the other Kasatka?
I sabotaged it. It can't come after us if it can't get off the ground. We'll have to make 2 trips.
Can you fly a Kasatka?
I have a pilot who's flown the civilian model, the KA-62 in VR. There's not a whole lot of difference between the military KA-60 and the civilian model.
Cleared for takeoff.
Raiden, let me introduce you to my partner, Otacon.
Otacon?
Hey, Raiden. Nice to meet you.
Intruders! Over here!
Damn! Raiden, I'll talk to you later.
Colonel, I need some answers from you. Who exactly is Pliskin and his partner?
I know what you're thinking.
It keeps coming back to Shadow Moses. And now this Otacon.
A.K. Hal Emmerich, Ph.D., a Shadow Moses survivor.
Rose?
Snake and Otacon both became fugitives after Shadow Moses, wanted for acts of terrorism.
An anti-Metal Gear organization.
They sabotaged and destroyed countless Metal Gear units throughout the world.
And were responsible for the incident 2 years ago that necessitated the construction of the Big Shell.
Snake and his partner aren't terrorists.
Jack, why are you defending them?
I look back on what I've done here so far, and things like training and sense of duty alone won't get you through a sneaking mission like this.
Jack, are you okay?
You need something higher. I can't think of the right word, but it has to be pure will, backed up by courage, or ideals, or something like that. I'd stake my life on it. The solid Snake that saved Shadow Moses couldn't turn into a terrorist.
Maybe that's true, but they went down with that tanker 2 years ago. We even recovered Snake's body.
And the DNA test results on the body say it's him.
Jack, I know what you're saying, but Snake is dead. He can't be here, not even as this Dr. Hal Emmerich.
But that also means that he can't be the terrorist leader behind this thing.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe maintenant? Waouh, je me suis fait cut la cutscene. On monte le Stinger, mais...
Use this!
Ouah, ça rame de ouf. Mais son extérieur, il aime pas. Hein. Vache, le virage qu'il a fait.
You're tougher than I thought. I'll let you go out in style. Try dodging this! What the?
Et là. Bon dégâts.
I'll shred you to pieces!
On va se faire un peu. Sure.
What the?
Un dernier.
I'll let you go out in style!
Et à plus.
More ammo. Catch!
Non, ça fait toucher. Merci.
There's something coming up.
Ça saute très haut. Hein.
That's Metal Gear! It's already active!
Oh, Sasuke.
Hey, what's that?
It's running on water.
C'est un petit peu trop loin des fois quand même.
Raiden, you all right?
Yeah. How about you guys?
Barely managed, but we're all right.
The chopper?
We need some time for repairs.
Oh,
The president's all yours.
okay. Can I ask you something?
What?
Are you the Snake? They said you were dead.
No, not me. There are still too many things I need to do.
Snake, you're a legend, and that's why I need to ask you this.
Legend? A legend is nothing but fiction. Someone tells it, someone else remembers. Everybody passes it on.
I'm here because I was assigned to this mission, not because I want to. If I could, I'd be out of here in a second. How could you come back to all this? Why keep fighting?
There's something my best friend said to me once.
What?
We're not tools of the government or anyone else. Fighting was the only thing I was good at, but at least I always fought for what I believed in.
What about the DNA results from that body?
That was Liquid's body. He and Snake are identical on the genetic level.
Liquid?
A deception, for our own protection. We stole his frozen body from some organization. Kind of a hassle, though.
That's all there is to it.
Are you two really an NGO?
Insofar as we're a non-profit organization of civilians advocating a cause, yes. The cause happens to be the eradication of Metal Gear.
We work on our own, but it's a cause worth fighting for.
Why would you stick your neck out for something this risky?
That's the way I used to look at it, 4 years ago. I was holed up in the middle of nowhere in Alaska, drinking too much.
We have a responsibility to the coming generations, to the world,
What responsibility?
to keep track of the mistakes we've made as a species.
We need to remember, to spread the word, to fight for change, and that's what keeps me alive.
You think you can change the future?
Nah, I'm not as arrogant as that.
What you do isn't grassroots activism. It's more like terrorism.
I admit that.
But our group, Philanthropy, received some information. A new Metal Gear prototype was being developed here, and terrorists were planning to raid the facility. The information came from a very reliable source.
So you're here to...
We're here to stop all that. But I also have a personal motive.
Looks like the terrorists have his sister in the big shell. We're here on our own, not under anyone's orders. We have our own battles. Otacon's here for someone. I'm not.
This is a military mission.
Jack, are you all right?
Just barely.
You almost gave me a heart attack.
Sorry, it wasn't intentional.
I know that. And I know I need to stay stronger.
Say a prayer for me, Rose, so I can come back.
You will make it back. I'm with you all the way, remember.
That means a lot to me, you know.
I'm going to save the data, okay, Jack?
Allez, vas-y. C'est... 6 heures de jeu.
Colonel, Metal Gear's already gone active.
It's not too late. You can still prevent a nuclear strike by securing the president and preventing password confirmation from taking place. Get to the president. He's in the core section of Shell 2.
I'm checking the satellite images. Looks like you can get to the core from the other side of Strut L.
The core hasn't gone under yet from what we can tell. Follow the railings down, then jump onto the pipes.
The only viable strut in the outer perimeter is the L. That attack just now doesn't make any sense. It's like they have no more use for this place.
Colonel, you were monitoring the codec calls. That man was the real Snake all along.
Maybe.
Maybe?
Don't let your guard down with him.
Why do you say that?
Because they were never a part of the simulation. They're an unknown factor.
You can take your simulation and... We're out here, we bleed, we die.
Calm down.
I suggest that you do, Raiden. Even if that is Snake. That has no bearing on your mission.
Colonel, You and Snake used to be on the same side. I don't understand. I read about you and Snake in the Darkness of Shadow Moses.
I don't give a damn what that piece of trash said. Do you get me?
Mhm. Alors, je crois qu'il y a deux façons de faire. Soit je me laisse faire... Ouf, j'ai peur. Pardon.
What the hell happened? Raiden!
Il y a la possibilité de sauter directement en contrebas. Comme ça. Un peu short, mais... Oui, je sais. C'est pour dire ça. Quel silencieux pour la K. Donc là, ça veut dire, mec, tu peux plus revenir en arrière.
This is not a pretty sight. Hurry up and check the situation.
J'attends qu'il passe. Ça va être chiant. Se débarrasse de tout ça là. Faut faire chier. Rentrer là? Oups, non. Oh oh, oh oh. Allez, bâtard. Oh, ça alerte. Bon, du coup, on va pas voir l'easter egg du garde qui nous pisse dessus parce qu'il est juste au-dessus. C'était peut-être là normalement. Oula. C'est tout ce que je mets. Ah. On va se laisser emmerder. Attention là-bas, on va ramasser. Hop, bon. Puis d'arriver au corps de Shell 2. On va regarder la cutscene.
Snake, he's here. In Shell 1.
My father had some unfinished business with him.
Olga, calm yourself. We will not change the plan because of your personal feelings.
Then screw the plan. I've been waiting for this day for 2 years, and I will send him to the bottom of the ocean, right next to my old man.
The launch comes first.
Salut Astradit. Comment tu vas? On est passé sur
Where's
MGS2.
Not here.
I don't trust him.
Don't talk that way about one of your own.
He's not one of my own. He left my father to die, remember?
Olga, we'll talk later. We need to get started
Oui,
on the
il arrive
final
en-
checks for the unit.
All right. I'm headed back there.
The upper connecting bridge to Shell 1 is down.
What about the chopper?
The cam-off is out of action. Take the oil fence from strut L.
I'll tell my men to
Ça va
start
tant qu'on a de la
pulling
bouffe à
out.
lui donner, il
Not yet.
nous laissera ça et sauf.
Last. The intruder's still at large.
Snake.
What about the other man?
He's got luck on his side.
He survived that explosion. Listen, Olga, the code confirmation is in 1 hour. Keep the president alive until then.
I know. No one gets in here. Turn the currents on.
Of course. High voltage currents on.
The door stays shut unless the president manages to take out that circuit panel from inside the room. And it's no job for bare hands.
All right. Come back immediately.
One more thing.
What?
We leave for Russia when this business is done. I want half the money for that.
Of course. That was part of the agreement.
We start living for ourselves after this. If there's anyone who wants to stay here, I want you to take good care of them.
Gladly. Gerlukovich soldiers are the cream of the crop.
It's time to went free. Different place now.
It's your life.
Just as a reminder, I'm going to say this again, one last time. Don't try anything on us.
The feeling is mutual.
I'm in front of the room where they're keeping the president.
Everything all right?
No sign of flooding, but I can't get close to the door. The floor is electrified.
Don't test it. You'll be bacon.
Any suggestions?
Remember the Shadow Moses VR training.
Take out the circuit panel?
Right.
But there's no way into the room.
Try ventilation ducts.
Yeah, I think I see one.
Look for a remote control missile launcher. You can guide it through the duct into
Comme si ça
the
se trouvait
room.
comme ça.
Then target the circuit panel. Got it.
Right, but make sure you don't hit the president.
The president is wired with nanomachines. If we know the frequency, I can raise him.
We've tried that repeatedly, but there's no response. It looks like the walls have a built-in radio shield.
So that's why Ames lost contact with him.
If you need to confirm his position, you can log into the node.
Understood.
Locate a remote control missile launcher first.
Ok. Donc là, c'est le sol électrique. Où est Nikita? Il doit pas être bien loin. Oula. Il est là, on dirait. Mais il est pas tout seul. Putain. Alors, c'était juste des missiles. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a là? Rien. Est-ce qu'il y a ici des chafs? Je guette qu'il n'y ait pas de caméra. Ok. Là, il y a la map. Petit. Je ne saurais plus du tout de cette zone. Mais c'est... Ah putain. Ouais, j'ai cherché Nikita et puis après ça va être la fin du stream parce qu'il faut que j'aille faire à manger. Mais je connais les commandes.
Colonel, B1 is completely flooded from what I can see.
You'll
Salut
have to swim
Mazout.
through.
I'm fine with swimming.
Stroke the water and move
Hello
forward by
there.
pushing the punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster.
Change your heading with the left stick. Up
Et
will
bienvenue
take
sur
you
le
up,
stream de
down
MGS2.
takes you lower, left and right to face those directions.
The O2 gauge will appear under your light.
Tuto. Ouais mais c'est parce qu'il est un petit peu underrated comme MGS. Et le but c'était de me refaire en tout cas toute la série du 1 au... Je sais pas encore, j'ai pas décidé, je sais déjà plus d'où je viens. Poisson rouge man. Qu'est-ce qu'on a ici? Rien. Ah. Ben merci à toi. C'est vrai que je me serais dit que peut-être pour un jeu, en tout cas d'une saga culte, peut-être qu'il y en aurait plus, mais j'ai pas fait gaffe au moment de lancer le stream s'il y en avait d'autres. Oh, une mine. C'est une mine, c'est que c'est le bon chemin, non? C'est là pour faire chier. Ah bah Nikita. Oh, il y a des mines partout. Oui, oui, oui. L'encyclopédie, putain. Je sais que je connais pas mal de choses sur le lore MGS, mais en fait, il est tellement étendu. Surtout quand tu vois tout ce qui se passe en réalité entre MGS 3 et MGS 1. Bah, tendance à oublier qu'il y a pas mal d'autres jeux en fait, entre les Peace Walker, etc., qui se passent entre les deux. J'ai pas pris la map, je vais me perdre. Ouais, je me serais dit peut-être qu'il y a des mecs qui font du... Enfin, c'est sûr, il y a des mecs qui font du speedrun, mais... Parce que le speedrun de... Hop, hop. Le speedrun de MGS2, ça doit se faire quand même pas trop mal, je pense. Attends, qu'est-ce qu'il va me dire? Il faut que je reparte, parce que là, après, il faut qu'on passe avec Emma Emmerich, mais... C'est pas combien de temps MGS2? Parce que j'en ai vraiment aucune idée. Là j'en suis à 6 heures de jeu, mais je pense que déjà tu vires toutes les cutscenes. Hop. Voilà. Sachant qu'en plus en réalité là c'est pas réellement MGS2 parce que c'est la collection MGS qui est sortie sur PS3. Mais bon, en réalité là on est clairement sur MGS2 quoi. Et ton time il a combien ? Ah, en plus en European Extreme, donc ça... Putain, je regardais pas pendant l'instant. En European Extreme, ça rigole zéro, quoi. De toute façon, après... Ouais, c'est quand même... En plus, au niveau de difficulté, je sais pas, justement, je... Ah, putain, ouais. Putain, les mecs qui roulent dessus, c'est des monstres... Il y a des glitches en particulier ou c'est vraiment playthrough Ah merde, faut que je passe plus par là. Puis sachant qu'en réalité, tu fais le jeu... Ouais, si tu le fais en normal, en European Extreme, ça doit plus changer tant de choses que ça, je suppose. Il me semble que quand on tape 2 fois dedans, ça le fait péter. Ouais, ça va le faire péter le truc. Ouh, ça l'abîme juste. Il me semblait qu'à un moment ça explosait. Ah bah si. Menuing. Ah ouais, bon. Ça va, cela dit, avoir tes armes et ton matos prêt à l'avance, c'est pas avoir trop de trucs ramassés. Qu'est-ce qu'elle veut me dire ? Bah ouais, mais j'ai commencé à tirer d'ici. Et à péter les grilles comme un bourrin. Genre, qu'est-ce que t'as comme glitch? Ça te permet de faire de skip quoi exactement?
What are you doing?
Rip.
What is that?
Non, reste pas là.
Get away!
Attends, parce que là, j'ai fait une connerie. J'ai fait une connerie. Ok, c'est bon. En fait, c'est bien ça qu'il fallait que je fasse péter, mais l'autre il reste à côté, le con là. Merde, le con. Hop, hop. Dégage,
What are you doing?
dégage. Reste pas là.
Stop it!
Ok. Ouais, le speedrun, quand tu pratiques pas pendant un moment, tu perds de ouf. Hein. C'est ça qui est terrible. Mais c'est stylé.
President Johnson,
So you're finally here.
you've been expecting me?
Your equipment, that skull suit isn't exactly standard military issue.
Are you all right, sir?
Is this some kind of sick joke? I thought you came to kill me.
Ah, ça me dit quelque chose. Ça surprend à partir de certains endroits. Otacon, il va te considérer comme quoi elles sont correctes sans avoir à faire le tour.
What the?
Bah alors, touchez-y.
You're a man. Well, who are you?
Ça me dit, ouais, ça me disait quelque chose ça.
Foxhound, sir.
Foxhound? I see. Now things are starting to make a little sense. Switch over to
Hop.
nano.
Et à côté, on a l'oncle ici.
Yes, sir.
L'oncle lapin.
Do you read me, sir?
Yes.
Mr. President, it's my understanding that the terrorists have managed to input the code sequence necessary
Oui.
to launching a nuclear
J'ai vu aussi,
strike.
bah là c'est clairement une exé de fou
I
furieux.
punched the sequence in myself.
You're working for them?
If you asked me 2 hours ago, my answer would have been yes.
Allez chercher toutes les
Right
fraises
now,
là.
They're keeping me alive until my vital signs are reconfirmed.
They betrayed you?
I wouldn't quite put it that way. I wanted power.
Sûr que niveau
They sought destruction.
exécution,
But why stoop to terrorism?
I wanted absolute power.
je sais pas si
But you're the president. You have
s'il y a
power.
plus costaud que ça, je vois pas. De pas y avoir des
I don't
masses.
have any control. The real power is in the Patriots' hands.
The Patriots?
The truth behind this country. I'm not surprised you've never heard of them. Very few are aware of their existence, even among those with code word clearance. Politics, the military, the economy, they control it all. They even choose who becomes president. Putting it simply, the Patriots rule this country.
No.
Hard to believe, isn't it?
C'est vrai qu'en plus Mario Maker, c'est
The
les
space
possibilités
defense,
sont infinies quoi.
income tax reduction, and national missile defense programs. Every policy that's been credited to me was actually done according to their instructions.
Space defense was initiated by Congress.
That's what the Patriots want the country to believe. It's all a show. Democracy is just a filler for textbooks. Think about it. Do you actually believe that public opinion influences the government?
No.
This country is shaped and controlled as the Patriots see fit. The people are shown
Les
what they want to believe.
patriotes.
What you call government is actually a well-staged production
Ouais, ils
aimed
ont chacun
at
leur truc.
satisfying the public.
Malgré tout.
Don't look at me like that. I'm legally
Après,
sane,
je
you
vois
know.
pas.
It's not your sanity that worries me.
Je vois plus de quel jeu il s'agit.
The Patriots.
Mais oui, Elden
Even
Ring,
I
Dark
don't
Souls.
know who the actual members are.
C'est Elden Ring, je
Are
me
they
souviens qu'on était descendu en dessous des 20
financial,
minutes.
political, or military
Je sais plus à
leaders?
combien on en est maintenant.
No one knows
Elden
who
Ring,
the
truc.
Patriots
Tellement
really
il se
are.
fait pas respecter.
Even my instructions come from a cutout. All I've been told is that every
cas,
key
Any pour cent.
decision is made by a group of 12 men, known as the Wise Men's Committee.
Your office? White House?
Merely puppets, pawns in a game. By pledging my loyalty, an insignificant son of a senator was awarded the presidency. Of course, that wasn't the only price I had to pay.
What do you mean?
Even if a pawn becomes a queen, it is still just a playing piece. I wanted to leave my own mark in history, but my ambitions were...
Ah oui, du coup, Glitchless, c'est vraiment... c'est de la bagarre, quoi.
I wished to be a member of the Patriots. I wanted to wield the
Parce
power
qu'il me
of a
semblait
king
qu'en
instead of being an
10%,
expendable
on
pawn.
était même en dessous d'un quart d'heure. J'avais vu, je crois, du 12-13 minutes.
Yes, I'd
Je
intended
crois.
to use the new Metal Gear as a
Mais
bargaining
on s'arrêtait
chip,
pas de descendre à ce
Bargaining
moment-là.
chip?
but I underestimated Solidus. He actually wants to challenge the Patriots, even if it means the destruction of the world.
What are you saying?
Whether you believe it or not, the balance of power rests in the hands of the Patriots. They regulate the country's various interests through controlled presentation, staging a drama
c'est
that is
qu'après,
palatable to the general masses.
Faut
Can you
optimiser pour
imagine
gagner
what would
une
happen
seconde par une
if they
seconde.
ceased to function? Picture a massive political vacuum, a space that every powermonger will try to fill for their own greedy ends. I'm talking about an unregulated power struggle, panic, civil war, chaos. Like it or not, the Patriots is an organization that must continue to exist.
So you changed your mind because you wanted to avoid global chaos.
Exactly. When I told Solidus that I wished to prevent disaster, he replied that pawns can never become players.
And who is this Solidus?
My predecessor, George Sears. That was the name the public came to know him by.
Bah, c'est marrant parce que
I
du
knew
coup,
him by his code
parmi les
name,
derniers jeux que j'ai
Solidus
fait,
Snake. He was the third Snake,
que
preceded
j'ai
by
mis sur YouTube
Solid
aussi,
and
bah, il y a
Liquid,
Death
a
Stranding,
survivor of the
MGS1,
Les
MGS2,
Enfants Terribles
même Yakuza 0, il y a
Neither solid nor liquid.
beaucoup
He
de
was a
narration.
well-balanced masterpiece that the Patriots saw fit
Et bon,
to
je me
entrust
dis,
with the
je profite du
presidency.
stream pour pouvoir faire les jeux.
However, he fell out of grace with the
Les jeux
organization
en solo
4
que
years
peut-être
ago.
j'aurais pas fait
When acting on his
autrement.
own, he started an incident.
4 years ago. Shadow Moses.
Cela dit, j'avais profité pour faire MGS1. Tiens, d'ailleurs, on le voit MGS1 là. Mais j'ai fait le Twin Snake, que je n'avais jamais fait.
However, this did not fall in line with the Patriots' plans. What's more, Solidus decided on his own to send his most trusted man,
Twin Snake un peu particulier. Hein.
Liquid Snake, bringing about the
Je sais pas si tu l'as déjà fait, mais
As a result, he succeeded in obtaining Rex and the data on the warhead. But in doing so, he ended up
ouais, j'ai cru voir aussi. J'ai jamais fait, mais j'en ai vu des bribes à droite à gauche. J'ai vu un peu de stream aussi.
blunder that earned him the wrath of the Patriots. Shortly thereafter, Solidus was removed from the presidential office.
I thought he resigned.
That's the story given to the general public. Following his resignation, the Patriots selected me, their new pawn, for the presidency.
But that would mean that the presidential race was...
That was quite a show, wasn't it? It was a well-scripted drama staged by the Patriots for the benefit of the public. Even the Democrats and Republicans were dancing to the Patriots' tune. Everything went according to plan, but for one exception.
J'ai été assez surpris aussi.
Following his
Enfin,
resignation,
je sais pas, j'en avais entendu parler seulement. Je me disais, bah, je comprends pas pourquoi il serait si inférieur au MGS1 de base, quoi. On fait un remake d'un jeu qui est culte. Je me dis, bah, qu'est-ce qu'il a de particulier, quoi, avec juste des graphismes un peu mieux et du gameplay de MGS2. Ah là là, si seulement. En fait, ce qu'il sauve, c'est qu'il garde le scénario quand même de MGS1. Mais il le transpose d'une manière qui est clairement inférieure au MGS1 de base. Il n'y a pas les musiques. Il y a une mise en scène des cinématiques complètement à la cabane, quoi, où ils en font des caisses de ouf.
Metal Gear is already operational.
No, not yet. What you saw was Metal Gear Ray, hijacked 2 years ago from the Marines by Ocelot. That was not the new
Mais
Metal Gear.
oui, c'est vrai aussi que la VF a manqué un peu parce que il y a des gens qui la critiquent. Moi, je trouve qu'elle est pas si mal que ça. Hein. Franchement, pour à l'époque de la PS1, d'avoir un jeu entièrement doublé en français, c'est pas tous les jours. Hein. Surtout au vu de tous les dialogues qu'il y a dans le jeu.
The main structure extends from the foundation all the way down to the
Tu veux
ocean
qu'on se tire
floor.
l'oreille?
Connecting elevator is located on the B2 floor
Oui.
of the Shell 1 core. Arsenal Gear. That's the code name. for the
Metal
new
Gear?
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear? Arsenal? Ouais, voilà.
That's right.
Au moment
We're
où on y
talking
pense,
about an impregnable fortress carrying a load of over a couple of thousand missiles, including nuclear warheads, all protected by a horde of mass-produced Metal Gear Ray units.
Mass-produced?
je trouvais que
The
mass
Ray unit was
produced.
originally designed
Mais
for the
ouais, là,
purpose to be used
en
as a
vrai, ça va,
countermeasure
elle était quand
against the
même.
Metal Gear variations throughout the world. The Patriots had Ray
Regardez, à l'époque,
redesigned to protect the new
c'était
Arsenal
bien.
Gear.
So now anti-Metal Gears are guarding a Metal Gear.
Ironic, isn't it? That's not all. Arsenal Gear has full access to the military's tactical network, giving it the ability to exercise
Et en plus, c'est vrai que quand on te fait remarquer ou quand tu refais le jeu, tu te rends compte qu'il s'arrête jamais de répéter des trucs. C'est réel, hein. C'est même pas ironique, c'est vraiment réel.
Arsenal Gear is more than just a military tool. It is a means to preserve the world as it is.
Dis qu'il apprend quelque chose.
Establish a new form of control.
Metal Gear.
The Patriots will use it to keep their place as the country's true rulers. Right now, they feel pressured and threatened.
By what?
They fear an overabundance of digital information. The world will drown.
Non, vraiment, ce qui m'a sorti, en tout cas, de Twin Snake, c'était les cutscenes.
The Arsenal plans include
Cutscene,
a system to digitally manage the
combat
flow
contre
of
Revolver
information,
Ocelot.
making it possible to shape the truth.
Puis des trucs tellement bizarres, genre après le char Emma, là, le mec qui se fait éjecter du char, qui se met à brûler, et puis il fait le...
Yes, the GW system is the Patriot's
C'est
trump
vraiment...
card. Arsenal Gear will be
T'es
fully
comme ça dans les
operational when
cutscenes.
GW is successfully
Qu'est-ce qui se passe,
integrated.
gros? Enfin,
Once
ça te sort du
operational,
jeu.
it will be a completely new form of power for the Patriots to
Ils
wield.
avaient pas besoin de ça
I had hoped to seize the project from
pour
them,
Metal Gear.
so that I would be in a strong bargaining position.
Bargain for what?
Mais bon, au
I
moins,
hoped to
je le sais.
trade my way into their
Parce
ranks.
que je l'avais jamais fait. Je l'avais jamais vu.
Solidus preferred
De mes yeux.
rebellion. Outer Heaven, his plan to unleash a nuclear blast over the skies of Wall Street to break the Patriots' control over the business community, is also a key factor in his offensive effort.
Outer Heaven?
Outer
Listen,
Heaven?
There isn't much time. The football served as the key for activating Arsenal Gear. I've already input the necessary code sequence. It won't be long before GW begins to establish connections with other external systems, and Arsenal Gear becomes fully operational. Stop them before that happens.
Ils en font beaucoup trop des
That is
caisses.
your role.
Roll?
Rôle?
You've got to find Emma Emmerich. She's the only one who can stop that thing once it's been activated.
Emma
Emma Emmerich?
She's the system programmer for Arsenal Gear. I believe she's somewhere on level B1 in the core of this building.
I thought the levels below us were flooded.
I'm sure they won't let her die just yet, as she's the only remaining programmer for this project. According to Ocelot, she was being held in a locker room located in the northwest part of level B1. Cut transmission and get moving.
Et pas
This is
tendre le
card
président
4.
des
It'll give
États-Unis.
you access all the way to Emma's location. Give this to her when you find her.
What is it?
A program for disrupting the control functions between GW and Arsenal Gear. Take Emma to the computer room on level B2, Shell 1 core. She'll know how to load the program into the main system.
A virus?
That's right, modeled after Foxdie, a biological weapon designed to selectively eliminate personnel with a specific genetic code.
But why do you have
Ouais, ça me
it?
dit
The
rien.
Patriots had it engineered as a
On le voit
fail-safe,
dedans?
and Ocelot forgot to search me. You've got to hurry. That disk is the only way you're going to stop
Le
Arsenal.
Raven?
Well, I've told you everything you need to know.
Ah oui.
There's only one thing that remains to be done.
Rod Raiden, également après dans Metal Gear Rising. En mode ninja.
Now, kill me.
What the?
There's no time to argue. The final check for my vital ID will start any second. If you
Ça va être
kill me
libre.
now, you'll at least prevent the nuclear strike.
Cut it out!
Do it! That's her role.
C'est vrai que Raiden il change. Hein.
That's abusing your right to free speech, Mr. President. Or is it ex-president?
The president! Why did you...
Alas, my finger must have slipped. I'll see you around, carrier boy.
Forget him. He did us a favor. Without free will, there is no difference between submission and rebellion. My
Chalachaska.
only real choice
Revolver.
is to put an end to
Host.
this charade.
Ouais, hein, de la Syrie. Hein.
Let me at
C'est quand
least
même
have
un
the
sacré
freedom
perso. Hein.
To end it myself.
Seul perso qu'on voit du début à la fin. Enfin, du début à la fin.
Find Emma.
Du plus vieux au plus récent, quoi.
Stop Arsenal.
Pas
This
plus
is
récent.
my last order as
Si on
your
s'arrête à
commander
MGS4.
in chief.
Parce qu'on va
I'm
jusqu'à
counting
Metal
on
Gear
you.
Rising. Ah merde. Les cutscenes sont tellement longues que ma manette s'est éteinte. Je me souviens plus, est-ce que je peux le secouer un peu le président? Ouais. Il me lâche rien.
Colonel, the president is dead.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that.
Where do we go from here?
Your mission was to rescue the president and eliminate the terrorist threat. However, given the recent turn of events, we will honor the president's last directive. You must put a stop to Arsenal Gear once and for all.
Do you actually think there's any truth to his story about this big shell facility being a front for Arsenal Gear?
I don't have the security clearance necessary to verify the facts. However, he was the president. I'm sure he knew what he was talking about.
Ce qu'on voit dans
forgetting that he was
MGS5
part of the
aussi.
terrorist plot?
All the more reason why I believe his information is reliable.
Je
We're
sais plus.
talking about a man who chose to die rather than risk a nuclear holocaust. Thanks to his sacrifice, the Nuclear Launch Authority has shifted to the vice president, effectively eliminating the terrorist threat.
Je m'en souviens pas en
Colonel,
tout cas.
when you put it like that, it almost sounds like I should have assassinated the president to eliminate the threat.
That was not my
En tout cas
intention.
déjà,
I was trying to
du
point out
3
that there
jusqu'au
is
4,
certainly some credibility to the words of a
il est là,
man
quoi.
who chose
Ça fait une
death
sacrée,
to protect the innocent.
ça fait une
The
sacrée
Colonel
période.
has a point, Jack.
What about the information he gave me on the Patriots?
That's a new one on me. I'll see what I can find out. Raiden, we're running out of time. Find Emma. She's supposed to be located on level B1, in the core of that building you're in, right? You've got to find her before Arsenal becomes fully operational.
Ah,
Hurry,
c'est
Jack.
Kazuhira Miller.
It's up to you to make sure that the president didn't sacrifice his life in vain.
Attends,
Understood. Raiden out.
oh putain, attends, j'ai...
What's your status, Raiden?
Ah, bah attends, oui,
Snake,
si, attends, c'est
the president,
lui qui en plus que
he's
tu
been
vois au
assassinated.
début.
What? There was nothing I could do.
En fait, je suis en train de le mélanger
He
avec,
died before his vital
avec
ID
Miller.
could be reconfirmed.
Then the enemy's lost their nuclear strike capability.
But that Ocelot guy obviously killed the president on purpose.
Why?
It
Mais
doesn't
c'est
make any
peut-être bien
sense.
Ocelot, je sais
They
plus.
had to know that they couldn't launch the nuke if they killed the president.
Maybe there's a way to launch without reconfirming the vital
Donc
ID.
tu le vois au
Or
début,
maybe they
il te lâche
found a more effective
au...
weapon within Arsenal Gear.
You
Ouais, c'est
knew
ça,
about
il
Arsenal
est au
Gear?
début.
Yeah,
La
Why didn't you
première...
tell me about it?
you never asked.
Après le truc
Am
à
I
l'hôpital
correct in
là,
assuming you
où t'es
also
en
know
cheval
that the
avec lui
Big
là.
Shell's a front for the project?
You mean, did I know that the Big Shell, a fully functional environmental cleanup facility, was designed to camouflage Arsenal Gear? Yeah, I did.
Bah dis donc,
It's exactly what the President and Ames described.
ça se couche
A
à côté
massive
là.
cover story.
Les lapins.
The good news is that it hasn't really done much in terms of cleaning up the environment, so we won't have to worry about any toxic gas being released if we have to blow the
Ouais,
house
ouais.
down.
Right.
J'avais
And when
zappé,
did you find out about all of this?
It took a while,
Tellement
but
de
we
trucs.
uncovered the info around the time you took out that mad bomber. There's no doubt that Arsenal Gear is being built here. Then it was all set up 2 years ago, on that day. All of it.
2 years ago. What really happened here?
I took these photos 2 years ago.
I know these pictures. They were on the news, on several websites. If I remember right, the reporters blamed you for sinking the tanker.
That's right. Otacon, me, we were used.
We'd hoped that by going public with photos of the new Metal Gear, we could persuade the government. At least that was the plan at the time.
I've gone through VR training of the tanker mission before.
Yeah? Well, I doubt it accurately simulates the events of that mission. I'd infiltrated the dummy tanker to obtain proof that a Metal Gear was under development. Shortly after I made it aboard, an armed group led by Colonel Gerlukovich raided the ship and gained control.
Olga and Ocelot were among the raiding party.
Yeah, and him.
Who are you talking about?
A man that was supposed to be dead.
Their target was also Metal Gear Ray. But Ocelot eliminated Colonel Gerlukovich and Marine Commander Scott Dolph, and he hijacked Ray.
So he betrayed them?
I don't know what kind of deal was going down. All I remember is what
Merci
Ocelot
pour le
said
follow,
at the time.
man.
Something like, I'm taking it back.
You're pretty good.
Ocelot then sank the tanker, along with the soldiers of the Marine Corps.
How did you manage to get out?
Otacon managed to have a small boat ready for me.
Plus là, j'avais pas tardé à arrêter.
The tough part was not
Parce qu'il
getting
va peut-être falloir
dragged
que je
down
fasse à
with the
manger.
sinking tanker.
J'avais dit que je le ferais avant
Small
déjà.
miracle when you
Et à
think
chaque fois, je
about it.
repousse.
It turned out that the whole thing was a setup to lure us. Photos of
Merci.
Snake, taken by the
Sinon, ouais,
Sun,
j'allais
were
m'arrêter
released to the
bientôt
public.
et je reprendrai sans
In
doute
turn,
demain.
we became the world's most wanted environmental terrorists.
It was
Donc une bonne soirée à toi et des bisous.
aimed at putting a stop to our anti-Metal Gear activities.
But why did they choose Snake?
Since the Shadow Moses incident, Snake became sort of a hero. I think the Patriots weren't too happy about that.
You knew about the Patriots?
Well, yes, to a certain degree.
It seems like everyone knows about them except me.
They didn't choose Snake to be a hero.
So they decided
No
to do a
famas.
smear campaign.
Il n'aurait
I
jamais
think
été
the
là.
Patriots wanted to make an example of him so everybody would think twice before opposing them.
That's it! They set all this up just to nail you guys.
No, there's more to it than that. The Marines' Metal Gear Ray project, headed by Commander Dolph, was carried out in opposition to the Navy's Arsenal Gear project. To be more precise, the Patriots considered Metal Gear Ray to be a thorn in their side. Hence, they attacked the dummy tanker and stole Ray. They followed this up with a perfect plan. They immediately sent a fully loaded tanker to the same location and sank it, then set up the facility to camouflage the development of Arsenal Gear.
And we fell for it. 2 more puppets in their show.
Colonel Gerlukovich and his daughter Olga?
Both fell victim to Ocelot's plot.
Was Solidus behind all this? He used Ocelot to get hold of Ray, huh?
No, he was underground, keeping a low profile at the time.
Then it must be the Patriots.
If that's the case, what's Ocelot doing alongside Solidus?
Forget it. We're wasting time. We can figure this out later. The nuclear strike's been invented, but Arsenal still has a massive payload of missiles to deal with.
Right. If the opposition gets control of those missiles.
Raiden, you've got to find Emma.
Wait a second. Isn't Emma Emmerich?
My sister.
What's she doing here?
You got me. She's a computer whiz who specializes in neural AI and ultra-variable volume data analysis using complex logic. How she got involved in weapons development is beyond me.
Whatever her reasons, we need her in order to stop Arsenal.
Raiden, find her.
I'm on my way.
C'est bon, fin des cutscenes. Allez. Petit coup de fil à la save.
What's up, Jack? Jack,
What is it?
Ah non.
I've always been alone.
Huh?
I'm so lonely.
Lonely? Rose, we've always...
Not always.
What do you mean?
You've never slept beside me.
What are you talking about?
After we've been together in my room, you stay awake all night, or you head for the door.
Is this really the time to bring this up?
Why,
Est-ce que c'est
Jack?
le moment?
Why?
Listen, Rose, I'm right in the middle of a mission, and
Why? Why can't you relax when you're with me?
Look, the mission,
Why don't you open up to me?
Rose, I just can't.
All I ever wanted was to share your dreams, to spend a meaningful evening with you. I just wanted to find you by my side when I woke up. Is that asking too much?
It's the night. I'm scared of the night. It's got nothing to do with you.
Scared of the night? What's that supposed to mean?
I can't relax when I'm with someone.
Jack, you wouldn't even let me in your room.
I need privacy. I just can't be bothered.
Bothered?
Wrong word. What I wanted to say was that there are certain things that I have to keep to myself.
Do you remember that
Salut,
time
Arthur.
I forced my way into your room? We'd known each other for
Comment tu
almost
vas?
a year, and you blew up. It was the first time you ever raised your hand against me. I was so worried about you.
Look, I'm sorry.
It wasn't your violent nature that scared me. It was your room, your heart.
Yes, ça roule.
There wasn't anything in your room.
Ah.
Only a bed and a small desk.
J'allais
It looked like a
bientôt couper,
prison
mais
cell.
Rose?
No television set.
mais demain je relancerai
No
le stream en
family
tout cas, ça
pictures.
c'est sûr.
Not even a poster.
Rose, I only use that room for sleeping.
A lifeless room. Almost like your empty heart.
Bon, ça va, ça se
That's why
passe
I tried to
tranquille en
keep
ce
you
moment.
out.
I thought I was beginning to understand you. Until I saw that room.
Would you have been happier if I had a picture of you hanging on the wall?
That's not what I was trying to say.
Enough, Rose. We'll talk about this later. After the mission.
Right. After the mission. I understand.
Ah. Bah c'est bon, je vais tout juste de sauvegarder. Ah. Déjà, je cut la VO.